Welcome to today's deep dive. So I want you to imagine trying to plug like a high-speed webcam, a massive hard drive, and 4 different monitors into a computer that is sitting up to 1,500 feet away.
Which is, what, roughly the length of 4 football
Yeah,
fields?
exactly. I mean, you are looking at a complete logistical nightmare. And that's exactly the wild scenario we're exploring today through a highly specific product page from HDTVSupply.
Right, for a piece of extreme tech hardware called the Smart-AVI SFXPRO-4P-M-S fiber extender.
Exactly. And our mission today is really to figure out how massive amounts of digital data are securely transported across these huge physical gaps.
Right, without losing a single pixel of quality, and, why this invisible infrastructure is just so crucial.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because using a standard copper cable over those long distances is kind of like using a leaky garden hose.
Oh, that's a really good way to put it.
Right, like eventually the water pressure just completely dies out. The electrical signals naturally lose their strength the further they go.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here is the solution they use, which is multimode fiber optics.
Okay, so definitely not copper.
Right, not copper at all.
Okay.
The SFXPRO sends data as pulses of light down these tiny glass tubes for up to 1,500 feet, and it does it entirely without any electromagnetic interference.
Wait, I hadn't even considered that. No electromagnetic field.
None. And that highlights a huge security implication from the source material. Standard copper wires actually emit a field that sophisticated hackers can basically listen to.
Oh, wow. Without even physically touching the wire itself.
Exactly. But fiber optic signals are basically untappable because they use contained light.
Because how do you even tap a beam of light without breaking the glass? Right?
You really don't. It would immediately alert the system. So it's not just about extending a screen, it's about building a highly secure, physically unhackable data pipeline.
Here's where it gets really interesting, though. If you need all these screens and webcams in one spot, why not just put the computer in the exact same room as the screens?
Well, sometimes the environment is just too harsh. Think of like a vibrating, dusty factory floor where a fragile computer tower would just get destroyed.
Oh, sure. Or maybe the data is just too sensitive to keep out in the open.
Precisely. The actual server might need to be locked away in a secure, climate-controlled vault, but personnel still need full, real-time access from the other side of the massive compound.
And looking at the specs from the source, they are getting full access. I mean, this device carries a huge payload via its integrated 4-port hub.
It really does. It pushes 4 DVI-D video screens at a crisp 1920 by 1200 resolution.
Plus, it carries stereo audio and RS-232 support. Which, wait, why would a modern setup need that specific legacy connection?
So RS-232 is old, yeah, but it's the absolute standard used to control heavy industrial machinery and factory automation systems.
Oh, that makes sense. And they also mentioned transparent USB support for things like high-speed webcams and touchscreens.
Right, and game controllers, too. And all of this is entirely plug and play, operating exactly as if the computer was sitting right under your desk.
It's wild to think about a factory touchscreen responding instantly over 4 football fields of distance. But, looking at the sheer economics of this niche tech, it's intense.
Yeah, you're paying for serious industrial-grade reliability.
Definitely. The source lists this unit as originally retailing for nearly $9,000, though there is a massive price drop right now, down to about $1,900.
Still, that definitely underscores that we aren't talking about everyday consumer tech here.
Yeah.
You aren't buying this to bounce a video to your living room TV.
No, definitely not. So what does this all mean? I mean, at home, you might just use Bluetooth or Wi-Fi to connect your devices.
Right. We constantly trade that intense heavy-duty security for everyday convenience.
Exactly. But the backbone of true secure data transfer relies on these heavy-duty physical light-speed extenders like the SFXPRO.
Which is quietly running in the background of so many critical industries.
Yeah. Which leaves you with a final thought to ponder. If a single unhackable device can invisibly beam 4 screens and a touchscreen 1,500 feet through a building via beams of light.
Literally shooting photons down a glass tube.
Right. It makes you wonder how much other physical heavy-duty infrastructure is quietly running the seamless, quote-unquote, wireless world you walk through every single day.